it is Chris with Velocity Labs. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to talk about ticket groups. So what we use ticket groups for is auto ticketing. That is, when a client of yours has an issue with backups, or if you have a bill sync issue, or you have an issue with an offline server, a ticket can be created if we configure it, and we do that with ticket groups. And ticket groups use ticket templates. So by setting up ticket groups, we can set up auto ticketing, which will automatically create tickets in ConnectWise for us, and then we can take action upon those tickets as we need to. And we'll dive right in and get to it. So there is another video on ticketing. It's a larger overview that gets into more detail than we're going through here today. So if you see something you're not familiar with, especially on the ticketing configuration page, I'm not going to go into depth on that today. Refer to this other video, and you can find the details that you need there. So let's get started. So what I've done is I've set up two different ticketing groups. I have a Market A ticket group and a Market B ticket group, and you could have whatever reason that you would want to do this. In my scenario, the reason I have set this up is the tickets are largely the same and hit the same boards, but the reason we've done it here, Market B has a higher priority when their tickets are created, and we need the Market B tickets whenever they're created for any client in Market B to have a higher priority associated with it. Otherwise, these tickets are almost identical. Now, you could use this to push tickets to different boards, different priorities, types, whatever you want to do. It's completely possible. You may not need anything but one ticket group, and you do that, but you do have this flexibility. So what we've done, I'm only going to look at this first one here, but offline servers, Market A, you'll see they're a priority of high. And when I look at Market B, ticket template, it's critical. And so I've got some tighter SLAs tied around these things. But on our groups, you'll see I have Market A on the right, and I've named all the different ticket templates for Market A. And if I switch this to Market B, you'll see that Market B has the same idea. The ticket templates are all marked very easily to pick them out, which market they belong to. Now, A is my default group, denoted by the toggle down here. So Market A, the default group, will apply to any client that doesn't have a ticket group specified at the client level. And what I mean by that is, I'll open up, I've only got a couple clients in our demo environment right now, but if I open up Spaceforce and I come to the ticket group field, you'll see it's not checked. That means Spaceforce will just use the default ticket group and be happy with that. However, if I open up Artemis Company, you'll see it does have ticket group listed here or checked. And when I come down to the ticket group, it specifies to use the Market B ticket group. So let's just close this out. And I think to get the full suite of tickets just for this demo, let's create a new client in here, and that'll ensure that every ticket that can be generated will be generated. So Artemis Company was set on the ticket group Market B ticket group. We'll set up this new client to be Market A ticket group. And I know I already have another client in there set up like that, but as I thought about it, I want to add one in. That client's functioning well, and it may not create all the tickets. I'm just going to create a false company with everything we need. Okay, so in full disclosure, I have added in another company, the Happy Ear, and along with that company, I added a warehouse, a path, and a managed server, so we can get the full range of tickets created with auto ticketing. And I put, just to show you, I put this client, the Happy Ear, under the ticket group Market A ticket group. And again, if we go and look at Artemis, we'll see that Artemis is using the ticket group named Market B ticket group. And so we'll get the tickets with different priorities because of the way this is set up. We'll be back in a few. I need to let the processing run, and we'll get flagged, and we'll take a look at the different tickets that are automatically created because we've set up different ticketing groups for these two clients. Okay, so we've given processing some time. I'm going to check the service board, and we should have some tickets here that were automatically created for us based off our ticketing groups. And there's a couple things to point out here. First of all, I want to point this one out, that the that the warehouse servers that are showing offline, they fall under VenumWorks. They're not showing up under the client. And you may wonder why that is. Well, if I come back and I look at the warehouse servers, they're both listed as, or they're all listed as VenumWorks. So let's change backup one so that it is a client-owned warehouse, and we'll make this happier. And we'll have HV host one. We'll change that to belong to Artemis. And we'll revisit that here in a few. It should create new tickets under the clients. But in the meantime, we'll close these warehouse servers out because we're waiting on those new tickets to be created. It also looks like I missed one. All right, so now we have a bunch of tickets created for us. We made that change to the offline server, or excuse me, to the offline servers, the warehouse servers. And I changed 2 of those so they would belong to the Happier and Artemis respectively. And now we can see the tickets are created under the Happier and Artemis company, and the one warehouse server that was not tied to a client, Equal One, is still reporting as being under VenumWorks. So as far as bill sync issues go, remember we had a ticket group A and a ticket group B, and we can see just looking at the priority colors for these two, Happier and Artemis, they are different. And the same when we look at the backups need attention for these two companies, we can see the priorities are different by color code. And I'll just drill into a couple of these so we can see. So this is Artemis Company. And with Artemis Company, this is set at a priority 2 high. And when I look at the back or bill sync issue for the Happy Ear, it is under priority medium. And so you can see these tickets are being automatically created for the correct clients with the different priorities, which is what I made different on these particular ticket templates that we used in the ticket groups. And hopefully you can see how this will work to ease your life and give you a lot of flexibility in how you set up your auto ticketing. And keep in mind, auto ticketing is optional. You don't have to set it up. You can create manual tickets, and we do have a video on that as well. So if you're interested in making tickets manually, please see that video. I hope you learned a lot today. It's been great sharing this time with you, going over auto ticketing. I hope you have a great day. This has been Chris with Velocity Labs, signing off.